Welcome, everybody. This is GoblinMarine here with the final regular season recap for the Stun Tea Cup. And here with me, as usual, is...
Hey, it's bigchuck. How's it going?
All right, it's going good. We got through this season, actually, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah,
We only lost one coach at the end there, and that's because he moved internationally.
that's a fair reason to
Yeah,
leave.
he was like apologizing. I was like, don't apologize, that happens. And it looks like the next time I will have time to run Stun Teas, he will be back in Europe and willing to play again. So the Elite of the Worst may very well come back.
Okay, very
And
good.
they
Good
are
to hear.
disgusting.
Yes, they are, as any good ogre should be.
So here we've got week 5, and it looks like on the top of it, you tied with Nillyman.
Yep, heartbreaker of a game for me, but Nilly Man pulled it out with the throw teammate play.
As it should be with those stupid little halflings. So you are on the record for hating halflings.
Yep, absolutely.
And,
They're too good.
They're too good.
Yep.
Certainly in stunties, it seems like it.
Well, they're very TV efficient. They're probably the most TV efficient stunty team, which means they're the ones that really get to abuse inducements. And to go along with that, they have like the best stunty inducements. They get the Halfling Master Chef, which in Stunty Cup you need every reroll because you have no reliability skills in general. Like block is a luxury that most teams don't ever get or only get one or two of. So it's like stealing rerolls is a big deal. Whenever they go up against some of the bloaty teams, ogres, lizards, myself, or really any of the teams that get a little bit bloaty later in Underworld's life, they just get to take Deep Root. And Deep Root has no nega trait. And having no nega trait as a big guy with Mighty Blow and Block is really, really good.
To be fair, he has the same nega trait that Tomb Guardians have, and that's that he's slow.
Yeah, he is slow, but he never takes root, and he never
Right.
goes stupid, and he goes and punches things. And halflings will use him to. They will use halflings to, chain push things over to the tree and then just punch them.
Well, he's got
So
block and strength 6.
strength 6 or
7?
7, I think it might be
7 maybe,
7.
because
I
that
mean,
means
it
he's
doesn't
strength
matter.
up
It's
3.
3 dice no matter what on stunties, right? But
Well, not against other big guys, though. That's the thing. Is like he's 2-dying other big guys, no problem. Even other trees.
yeah. Well, with Block and Mighty Blow, he really just wants to be killing every other stunty thing on the pitch, which is what he usually ends up doing to me.
I thought you said he takes out your Crocs every time. Can't keep
I
your
mean,
story
but
straight.
he only had to punch him twice and took him out twice, and that's like good enough.
Your Crocs' favorite spot to be is the KO box, man. That's he's
Absolutely.
got a warm little pillow there. He takes a nap. He's
Mm-hmm.
got like a heat lamp on him. He's good. He's good.
Yep.
So that was a
But
1-1 draw. It looks
was a
like.
1-1 draw.
And was this before or after you got your block wrestle whatever your doubled skink?
The doubled skink was my consolation prize.
Oh, that dress and take off.
Yep.
You know,
That was.
I'm very disappointed in both Nillyman and Striker. They have halflings that are not head 7.
Mm-hmm.
They have halflings that are not the Nightmare Soul Stayer halflings.
Yep.
I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. But looking at the dice this game, you got some pretty good block dice.
Yeah, the block dice were okay. I didn't fail a lot of things. I don't think
You stole his POWs.
Uh-huh.
You stole quite a few of his POWs.
Yeah. I was in this game all the way up until the bitter end, really, and it was just a matter of not being able to get the 2-turn in. I believe there was a blitz that happened after the throw teammate play to complicate my 2-turn attempt.
That may be true. I don't remember.
Perfect defense. I don't remember exactly what it was.
I've clipped this game out, but I haven't done the recast, so I don't remember. I got to do that after this.
Yeah, it was a tough game. Like I didn't fail a lot of stuff, but things broke right for the extreme right wingers, and they took the W.
Winning this game would have put you on top of the leaderboard. Those extra 2 points would have put you on top, And then we would have had a 2, 3, and 4 tie, and fourth place could have won. So you
Yep.
failed me. Fourth place could have won if you had won this game and then choked in the championship.
Well, I'm not only that, losing this game cost me even my ability to be in that top 4, so I don't get to influence the championship whatsoever. But that doesn't matter because we'll talk about it later. But I think I'm playing in the real bowl game. So,
So next up on week 5, we had Underway Freaks versus Brunch Time.
yep.
So Stryker took this, and he's now in what is potentially a championship game if Nillyman chokes, or if Little Bits goes off.
Yep. Absolutely.
So Stryker's
looking
excited.
for looking to do his best in that game.
Have you looked at the SPP page in Stryker's game?
That is disgusting. Why are there so many numbers here?
27 SPP. 27 SPP. If I'm counting right.
How did Halfling stay on the pitch long enough to get that much SPP? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I hadn't looked at this before. But Ping Pop, Grazy's pile on Goblin, got 7 SPP himself. He took the most SPP this game, was Ping Pop. It was the single highest SPP. That pile on Goblin.
Oh, he figured it out. Stryker has finally figured it out. If you look on the dice rolls page and scroll over to Slammin' Sammy Bagel, he did not throw teammate a single time that game.
Stryker, you're cheating. You listen to me. What? What? Stryker listens to advice? No, hold on. Who's his other tree? I'll know it when I see it. Biscuits and Gravy O'Grady threw teammate twice. Okay, so he still threw halflings. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, that's good.
But Slammin' Sammy Bagel, the halfling murderer of the league.
He's killed more of Stryker's halflings than anyone except that one Nobbler that killed the block halfling.
That's absolutely correct. So Stryker figured out he put it together for this last game.
Yeah, we'll see if he holds it together for his bowl game, or if Tater Spiro can take it. Next up, we have Uncles and Cousins, which is Little Bits versus Rusty Shackelford's Reciprocating Sawzall. And this was a 0-0. This game was just a story of nobody being able to pick up the ball, I think.
Yeah.
Let's go to dice rolls.
When we look at ball possession, there was 18% and 12% ball possession. So
the Ogres
for
had
a
20
grand total
of how much?
I was going to say a grand total of 30% of the game between the two teams, they had the ball.
The Ogres had 3 failed pickups and 1 successful one. The Goblins had 2 failed pickups and 1 successful one. And not much SPP for anybody, really.
Yep, seems like this was a game of neither team being able to get very much done.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate end to the season for Rusty. You know, he had such a great start to his season, murdering the reigning champions team out of the playoff contention, basically.
Yeah. Well, I was still in it there to the end, though. But I expected to be honestly after game 1 of the season, I expected it to be myself and Rusty toe to toe, 1 and 2 in the finals.
But to be fair, if he doesn't murder your team, you win this no problem.
Maybe. I mean,
based on last season and based on where you ended up this season, if he doesn't murder half your guys, if that whatever turn it was where you lost 4 guys in 1 turn doesn't happen, I think there's a very different story this season, and you go into a bowl game, it's an easy win.
You're saying if I play this season with 2 block skinks, I do better? Nah.
As much as you complained about losing them, I think that's exactly the case.
Fair enough.
So next up, we have the Elite of the Worst versus Cult of Strength. Unfortunately, this one couldn't be played because Common Zimmer moved, and his schedule no longer allowed him to be available during our time zone, which is sad. He was having fun in Stunties. He already took the main league off because he knew this was coming, but he really wanted to play in Stunties. And it sounded
Right.
like he was having a good time. So it's unfortunate, but it happens.
Understandable. And then finally, you had your final game, Seuss's Slaughters, versus that side of the family. That side of the family getting the victory. But I have to ask, did you make enough money?
I'm 20 short. So my bowl game. So So okay. First, I want to talk a little about this game. He was on
Okay.
pace to get both the play of the week and the teabag of the week. And I forgot to mention this, but so he made a play that was a 50% handoff to a Navar in a tackle zone,
Mm-hmm.
a 5+ pass for an ogre in 2 tackle zones, the
Okay.
50% landing for a touchdown at like the end of the first half. And I
All
almost
right.
stopped him from scoring, but he scored the second half. So that's the play of the week, is that he got that handoff to an ogre pass in multiple tackle zones, got the landing, and scored on it on like turn 6. And I was probably going to stop him if he doesn't get that. The
Right.
only reason that he didn't get the teabag of the week also, because his ogres were alternating, not working. And he only had 2 of them, by the way. Go
Mm-hmm.
to Uncles and Cousins versus Reciprocating Sawzall and look at Uncles and Cousins block dice.
All right. Oop, click the wrong match. Dice rolls, uncles and cousins.
Look how many
Dice.
like 1 in 27s there are just on the first page, right? There's 4 of
Yeah.
them. I missed it. There's
Three.
4 of them there.
Yeah. And
He
one of
threw
them was,
he threw 24 blocks. 1 in 6 of his blocks was a 1 in 27.
triple skulls multiple times.
One of those, so he had the reroll, right? The team reroll went fine. One of the other 1 in 27s was a cased ogre, and one of them was a KO'd ogre. There is
Wow.
no way he was not getting teabag of the week with blocks like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, he
What a
threw
brutal
24
game.
blocks. He threw 24 or 25 blocks and got 4 1 in 27s. There's no way I can argue with that. So, okay, my game. My troll is 1 SPP away from guard tentacles. 1 SPP away.
Mm-hmm.
My team has 330 in cash, which first off is getting close to Ripper levels of inducements in extra cash. I mean, not quite. It's 180. So it's like,
Right.
that's only Nabla and Bomber Dribble Snot for 10K. Only
Right.
in extra
Yep.
cash. But I'm 20K in cash away from being able to hire the Rats to make a team. I'll be 1 thrower short, but that's fine. I'm not going to get to the 2 thrower build. I'm going to get the 1 thrower. I need to weather my bowl game against Rusty, and we'll talk about why I'm playing him in a minute. I need to weather that losing less than 1 or less than 2 goblins to have the full 13 man that I want. But if I can survive that game and only lose 1 goblin and get to troll 1 SPP, taking a vanity pass if I have to, damn it, I can bring this team to the main league with a guard tentacle troll and a couple of leveled goblins and a 1 thrower build.
Yeah, that will basically be like you got to play a partial season.
No, because all the TV, all of the skills will be on the troll, the goblins or whatever. The guard tentacle troll, that's like 24 games it took me in Rel to get a guard tentacle troll.
Okay.
Maybe 25. No, I took tentacles first, which was stupid, but that's a lot of troll development that I will have skipped over, even if he's still 1 SPP away.
Yep, absolutely.
But I need to survive the goblins.
Yep.
So that's this season. And let's go to the leaderboard now.
All right.
And
I'll bring the in-game leaderboard up and half a second, and I will put the other leaderboard up.
On my recording, I'm just going to my spreadsheet since I've got
Boom.
it.
Okay,
so,
leaderboard is up on the screen.
So the top 4 qualify for the championship bowl games. And with tiebreakers, we ended up with Nilly Man on top. The tiebreakers don't really matter because it's 2nd and 3rd that are tied. And that side of the family in brunch time. Now, you'll notice that Tater Spiro on my scoreboard is above Striker with the worst record because he got 3 of the 4 plays of the week.
Yep.
Tater Spiro just pulled some stunty BS all over the place. He had the 2-for-1 removal on the surf where he got a KO with the ogre on a surf.
Mm-hmm.
Before the surf happened, he had the Nalvar, the hero Nalvar that stopped Kamen Zimmer's break tackle movement up ogre from scoring turn 16. And then he
Right.
had a ridiculous throw teammate play against me. So I think that he deserves second based on the way he played. Not to say that Stryker didn't have interesting plays, but those were just more entertaining to me. So the awards did something. And then Uncles and Cousins, Little Bits has a chance to spoil Nilly Man's season. So with the way this works, first and fourth are going to play. If Nilly Man wins, if he beats Little Bits, Nilly Man's the champion. If
Okay.
Little Bits stops him, if Little Bits beats Nilly Man, and this is going to be, I don't know if I made it overtime. It should be overtime. I made it a KO, so hopefully it's overtime. If Little Bits stops Nilly Man, then the winner of Stryker versus Tater Spiro is the champion.
Yep.
It's entirely possible that if Ogres win both those games, we have an Ogre champion, despite the highest Ogre being, second place. That's fair enough. But
Right.
we could have an Ogre champion, but it's going to be Ogres or Halflings. There's no lizards, no underworld, no goblins. It's going to be either Halflings or Ogres. So everyone has to cheer for the Ogres. You got to love the underdogs. And there is no world in which Ogres are not the underdog in any game they play. I'm sorry.
This is 100% true.
Okay. So you'll notice that the rest of the leaderboard, we're not paired up like you might expect if you're just doing like a top seed versus a bottom, or pair up the next two down. So what I did, and you can't see this, but I have a spreadsheet, and I looked at who everyone played throughout the season, because this was Swiss. You haven't played everyone. And I crossed out the top four because we already know who they're playing. And you had not played versus Grazy, Kamen Zimmer, or Pookie. And of those, the most interesting match to me seemed to be the Lizard Off. That seemed to be the most interesting.
Yep.
Grazy,
little mirror match action.
Yeah, so Grazy hadn't played you or Kamen Zimmer, and because Kamen Zimmer has dropped, Grazy's bowl game is a little bit up in the air right now. I'm trying to work that out. Hopefully we can get him a match to play. But if he just wants to preserve his team, I'm fine with that too.
Okay.
That takes care of him and Kamen Zimmer. And then Rusty had not played Kamen Zimmer, Puke, or me. And it only seemed right that if I was going to take my team to the main league, that I weather the goblins to earn it. That only seemed right to me.
The reciprocating Sawzall will be the gatekeeper to the main league, and I think that's going to be that's not a walkover game at all. They can do some serious damage.
Again, I'm carrying a buttload of cash in TV. He's going to get 180 of extra inducements. My team probably is also, I think I'm on 9 players right now, so I get 2 loners. I can't be that high in TV, but I doubt he's that high in TV. He's goblins. He's probably not leveled anyone intentionally. So,
right.
That game is the gatekeeper. It is the gauntlet, and I felt it was only right that I earned the right to bring my team to the main league. It would not be right if I just took an easy bowl game because I'm the person in charge. I'm the commissioner. I wasn't going to throw myself a softball there. I was going to make myself earn it.
All right.
Right, wrong, or otherwise, that's how that went down.
Earn it you will, I'm sure.
Or he will murder my team and I will laugh.
One or the other. One or the other.
Because, I'm like 5 games in, right? Like, if they get murdered, it's not the end of the world. It would have been cool and hilarious to do that, but I can live with them getting murdered too.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Because I can always just bring back MMM and be a liar about retiring them. That's fine too. They're still there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Snillich,
nothing's ever retired, really.
Snillich is still claw palm tackle horns. Like, how bad can they do? All right.
It's only up from here, right?
I'm not quite sure I'd say that. Okay. So,
all right.
Now on to the bowl games.
Okay.
First up, we have the Thanksgiving Dinner Bowl, which was your suggestion. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I think it's only right. The uncles and cousins versus the extreme right wingers. That sounds like Thanksgiving dinner to me.
I had just thought because halflings like to eat, but you got the next level mind games on naming these bowls. This is the most uncomfortable Thanksgiving dinner. You got your drunk uncle and the extreme right winger drunk uncle here just ranting out. And you got all the rest of the family trying not to engage him because they don't want there to be another fight at Thanksgiving. And yeah, okay. So since Nilly Man has accepted his ticket, we'll go over his team first.
All right.
And unlike Stryker, he is playing at Halfling TVs. So he's at 840.
Mm-hmm.
Stryker's above 1,000. He's bloaty as hell for Halflings. So
Yeah,
Nilly Man has a break tackle tree, an Agi 4 Halfling that needs to die on a thrown player because that is right and just, and then 4 diving tackles.
Yep.
Not
And you got to watch out for that break tackle tree because, if you ever base your cage up against the tree, he'll dive right in.
Probably, yes. I guess the agility table stops at 6, so he dives in just as well as any piece with break tackle can.
Does the agility table stop at 6? I think it stops at 5. I think you get cheated.
No, I think it stops at 6, and you can ask Stryker because he runs a roller and he knows for sure.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it stops at 6.
Yeah.
Because you can't get agility higher than 6, but 6 agility can happen, right?
Right.
You can get double agi ups on an elf, but you can't get triple agi ups.
This is correct.
Yeah. So Nilly Man 840. If we go to invited, we have uncles and cousins at 1190. So that's not quite deep root numbers, I don't think, or maybe it is.
Is there a stadium in place? So it's 1190 versus 840. No, I'm sure that's enough for deep root.
It's probably not enough for deep root and a chef though, is it?
There's 140k in the bank, so it might be.
Oh yeah, so it's
I'd have to run the
350.
numbers.
Yeah, he's got plenty in the bank, so that's he can probably do that. But
he does also have Nuffle's altar.
Yeah, so that's probably enough then. If he gets home turf. Looking at Little Bit's team, he's got a break tackle ogre, an agi up Noblar, and a diving tackle Noblar. So he has like 3 break tackle or 3 diving tackle less skills, but he's got 350 extra TV.
Mm-hmm.
And he was complaining about losing his 1 reroll to the halflings, and I told him to buy 2 more and just let the halflings steal all 3.
Yeah.
I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked that idea. He doesn't have any money either, so.
Yeah. So it is likely going to be a chef game, possibly chef and deep root, and that's going to be tough for the ogres because it gets to a point where when they've got 3 trees that basically match your strength,
Beat your strength.
Yeah, they beat your strength.
Guards.
So you need multiple ogres, or you have to commit snotlings to the trees, which you don't want to do. It gets hard to actually even fight that team. So we'll see how it comes out.
It's going to be like what people say about like vampires. Like if your team just shows up and never fails that roll, they'll do okay. If none of the ogres bonehead, you can be fine with the 1 reroll.
Yep,
maybe
this is true.
And again, the trees aren't stomping the ball down pitch. If you murder all of the halflings, you don't lose unless it's by kicks. That's easier said than done, but there you go.
Yep. All right.
The next bowl is the choke on a bone bowl because choke on a chicken bone bowl wouldn't fit in Cyanide. This is the one where the teams hope that Nilly Man chokes.
Yep.
This is that curse. I hope you choke on a chicken bone. And this is Stryker's brunch time versus that side of the family. So let's start with Stryker.
150 in the bank. So he's ready to buy that chef out of pocket if he has to.
He doesn't. He's playing ogres.
Well,
I guess Tater Spiro might only have 2 ogres, so maybe not. So 1090
and
TV.
2 block, 3 block, because why would you not have a block jump up piling on tree? Jeez, Louise.
He took piling on! Oh, I've been waiting for that. I want to see that animation so bad.
That's disgusting.
Isn't it? He's got a palm tree with jump up. That's great. And he's got the move up. But he's on 11 players, actually, if you count. He is on 11.
Okay.
But, a quarter of them have block in a stunty league. He's got plenty of diving tackle, but he's missing his dirty player this game.
And Stryker is actually the overdog in this game by 90 TV.
Yep. So, 4 ogres. Tater Spiro's back to 4 ogres. One of whom has a niggle, it appears. Yeah, that's sad. But he's back up to 4, so he must have had 2 that were missed next game against me, or he got enough money to... They had to have been MNG'd. One was the niggle, and the other had to be MNG. That's sad. He still won it, so whatever.
Yep. So, yeah. This ought to be an interesting game where Stryker's going to have to come out of pocket if he wants the chef, and if he comes out of pocket for the chef, that means that side of the family is going to end up with significant inducements. Like there may be an induced Bertha level.
How much? Well, he only gets 190 if Stryker induces that, and that's not enough.
He's getting 90 off the bat. I thought isn't it 150 for the chef?
No, the chef's 100.
Chef's 100. Okay.
Yeah, it's 300 for everybody but halflings and 100 for halflings. I thought.
Okay. So he'd only get 150. So yeah, it wouldn't be.
And we might even be playing at Stryker Stadium where they both get a wizard anyway.
Right.
So,
but it could be a bribe and a babe, or
it could be a bribe and 2 babes for 10K, or a bribe and a reroll. Well, that's if he takes the chef, don't buy a reroll. That's stupid.
Right. But
now, here's a question: if you're Tater Spiro and you think that Stryker is going to buy the chef, do you just dump your rerolls to go down 140 in TV? Just to gain the TV?
You could. I mean, that would be an option. That would be a little bit of a suicide option, though, because that would hurt the team significantly for next season. So that would be a play to win this match and lose next season.
So that means what you do is you make sure that Nillyman has played his game first, and you make that decision on the fly based on whether it's a championship or not.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's some metagaming BS there, but I'm not above that. And the rules don't say you can't. But then you might for real be in Bertha territory. You know, you got 230 and then another 30. So you got 260 whether Stryker buys anything or not.
Okay.
But
so could be in good
shape.
No
rerolls, so.
All right.
And then the last one that has been I'm skipping the best one, the Stinky Skink Bowl. You and Pookie have both accepted your tickets, by the way. The only one that has accepted both tickets right now.
Very nice.
So we'll start with you since you're the overachiever with TV.
Yep. Which the only reason I think I'm the overachiever is I went ahead and purchased up to 11 players. Because I had cash and I would rather have those players. And I got the block on Adam and Split that we just picked up this last game. Lightning and Bolt picked up Diving Tackle. Our other sidestep Diving Tackle died last game, if I remember correctly. So
just keep. I mean but that's TV efficient, right? You lose one, you make up for them, and you just keep them all in one skill forever.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when they get Diving Tackle is when they die. That's how that works.
Fair enough. And then Pookie is on 12, but he has a move busted.
But he has an Agi up skink, 2 Agi up skinks. Oh my. Wow. I like it a lot. I think Pookie's got it this game. And those Agi skinks, if he puts them to good use, like those are hard to play against.
Yeah, he can go for pass plays with them.
To an extent, you can go for a quick pass plays.
I wouldn't that wouldn't be my primary path to victory, but like if you're going to do a pass play, going from an Agi 4 where it's a 3+ to an Agi 4 where it's a 2+, much better than a 4+, 3+.
Yeah,
worlds better.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've both got 3 rerolls. You've both got the Crocs. He's also got a player advantage, but he has a move busted and an armor busted skink.
Yeah, I think if I were him, I would consider letting that armor busted skink go.
I don't. I would bench him the first half, and if you lose another one, he's better than nothing.
Well, where does it put him on the break point for inducements, though? Because right now he's on 1160, and I'm on 1240. So
he's at 1020 if he scums everything. So yeah, I guess if he fires that guy, he could it puts him in wizard territory.
Right.
Oh no, but you
Right.
can't induce a
Or
wizard.
well, but there is like Hemlock is very good in this matchup.
How much is
Um,
Hemlock?
I'm gonna have to go look at a chart for that.
And that's the stab guy, right?
Yes, that is a stab skink.
I would never discount stab against stunties, so that's
Let's see, star player list on Fumble. Hemlock is 170.
all right.
And
I think
he is an 8237 with loner, block, dodge, sidestep, jump up, stab.
oof. So he could afford that if he drops that other lizard. He could scum that if he drops Jock.
Yeah, so like that is worth considering. Another thing that he could, well, I don't know if he can reach this one. There's another skink that costs 220.
No, I don't think he can reach
No,
that.
can't reach
No,
that one.
because he's
That
only
one's
got
so
40 in
good though.
cash, and he would be at 140 if he dropped that skink. So he's at 180
Oh wait,
max.
that's not a skink. Never mind. There is another skink. I want to find it. Oh, there we go. The other skink's 250, which he can't really get to either. But the other skink is an 8247, so it's an agi up skink
He's
with
got plenty of
catch,
those. He
diving
doesn't need that one.
catch, catch,
got-
diving catch, kickoff return, fend, leap, nerves of steel, very long legs.
What?
Come on, that's a fun piece.
Leaping on a 2+? That's
Leap, yeah,
okay.
with catch and diving catch,
And kickoff return.
kickoff return, fend, nerves of steel. So if you get the blitz with him, you put him over there, he catches the ball in a tackle zone, a square away from him on a 2+. So
That's silly dilly.
with a reroll, 2+ with a reroll because he has catch and diving catch.
Oh, and also he does he intercept on like a 3+ with a reroll?
Yeah, something like, or it might even be a 2+ because you get a +1 for very long legs, right? He's an agi 4.
And there's a -1 though for intercepting, right?
Uh,
It might be a 2+.
there is
then,
a minus.
right.
No, it's a -2 for intercepting, but he does have catch, so it's a. You do get to use catch on the intercept.
Yeah, so it's a 3+ with reroll.
So it's a
on
3+
an intercept,
with reroll,
and you can't safe throw it, which doesn't matter in this
Right.
league. But dang,
right. So
that's out of reach. That's out of reach. That's off the table.
yeah, off the table. But still, if it were like it's stuff like that, you have to look at. If firing that armor busted skink gets you in range of picking up one of those players, then maybe you do it.
Maybe. All right.
And
so last.
you never know. Dumb old Big Chuck may hire another skink to go up to 12 and put you in range.
That might happen. That's fair.
It could.
So last up, we have the Trolling You GoblinMarine Bowl. Again, I've discussed my reasons that I'm putting myself through this, and I know I will regret it, but it was the only thing to be done when I saw that it was possible. So I've accepted my ticket, so we'll do my team first. I'm on 9, so I'm giving up another 80. So he's going to have 90 TV plus 180 in cash. Oh, no, my team value includes that. I'm sorry. Despite all my cash, he's only going to get 90 TV. He's going to have to scum a second bribe if he wants it, despite the mountains of cash I'm carrying.
Well, just
That
goes
worked
to
out.
show, like, the cash doesn't actually impact you that badly.
True. And that's including the 2 loners that I'm going to pick up. So those guys have to be the ones who eat the chainsaw hits.
Yep.
Clearly.
Yep. Hopefully that is enough to soak damage and allow little Cat Z to stick around, because I think you want him on the main team. Although
Cat
I think maybe
Z,
you disagree with that.
No, so I mean, honestly, the only leveled goblin I really wouldn't mind losing is Sam I Am, because he's already niggled. The others all have a purpose, right? Like Horton Hurtahu is my long-lived goblin, which means he'll die this game, of course, because that's what happens. Max the dog is the dodgy one. Sam I Am was the blitzer until I rolled Horton Hurtahu, who's going to pick up horns next level. Grinch is my picker-upper guy. He's my retriever because I don't know. It's pretty efficient to do it on 3+s. I'm
Hmm.
thinking that I don't want extra arms and 2 heads. I actually just want to deal with Grinch being a 3+3+.
Yep.
That's good enough that and it's so lean that I think it's worth attempting. Fox
Yep.
and Socks just kicks people in the face with his socked feet whenever they hit the pitch.
Honestly, would you mind that much if Fox and Sox were to go?
Yes, only because I've never played Underworld with a sneaky get to kick people in the face every time they hit the pitch.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a new experience that I want to live.
All right.
Little Cat Z, continuing my long tradition of rolling nothing but freaking Agi ups on my goblins when it's so early as bloat. For those of you
Yeah.
who don't know, my Rel team rolled 2 Agi up goblins and an Agi up thrower before any of my line rats had skills.
Yeah, that's you almost pass on like one of those, maybe the thrower. I'm not sure.
Well, the thrower got armor busted, so he got fired at the end of
Right.
season.
Right.
One of my goblins is an Agi up big hand sidestep. He's getting fired,
Hmm.
and I'm probably keeping the straight Agi up one. We'll see.
All right.
But yeah, so Little Cat Z I want. Going over to Rusty's team at 1040, he has 200. He's carrying 210 in cash.
So he could scum a lot.
I'll do it in just a minute, honey. I'm almost done. I got to get the kids ready for bed in a second here, so let's crank through this.
Yep.
So his troll has guard, one of them. The other troll is empty. Carrying a couple skills, but mostly he's just got 60k in cash for no reason that he might as well hold on to now, unless he wants more goblins.
I want to see the sneaky gets foul each other. That's all I want from that game.
I doubt that will happen because I bet my goblins leave the pitch when they hit the ground.
If you have a chance to foul the sneaky get, foul the sneaky get.
Only if the saw is already not on the ground.
Okay, fair
If the
enough.
saw hits the ground, I'm sneaky getting it in the face because lols. So those are the playoff games. That's how all that stands. Hopefully it was a fun season for everybody. Like I said, I got to run and get the kids to bed. You have any parting words on this?
No, it was a fun season. I'm looking forward to the bowl games and looking forward to the season 2 of the Stunned Tea Cup.
So if I'm running it, it'll probably be in late October, just with the amount of travel I've got and work that I've got between now and then. So you might have to run a season if you want it to run in the meantime, and I won't even be able to play. But
Sure.
that's admin stuff. I think you left out that the halflings need to choke this week, and the ogres need to show up big.
Ogres, kill them all.
All right. That's it from me.